Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be going over a new event that is going to be coming in coinciding with the introduction of the new character Peacekeeper. If you want to check out this character, there should be a link to it in the top right hand corner right now. But it does look like you can potentially get your hands on one copy of this character free to play from completing a roadmap, and there is going to be some tokens given to everybody where there is actually a pretty decent chance of putting this character. It is actually high odds, and it's the only way you can get this character, whether it be free to play by the tokens that you're going to be given or tokens that you're going to be purchasing. So read through the first bit of information. Obviously it's called Peacekeepers and the event times are as follows. It starts on the 21st of April 2022 at 5 PM Pacific time, and it ends on the 5th of May, 2 weeks later, at 5 PM Pacific time, just giving us about 2 weeks, just like a normal premiere will would, to actually get our hands on this character. However, the delivery is going to be quite different. It isn't going to be done via coins and 40 pools. It's going to be done with peace tokens, and it's going to be quite similar to the Ghost Will, if you remember that, when that popped up. But like I said, the odds of getting Peacekeeper himself are much more increased versus the other characters on the wheel. So we'll get into the deeper information here, and it says Gold Mythic Peacekeeper is joining the Road to Survival Thursday. Players can acquire a copy of Gold Mythic Peacekeeper by completing the Peace Mission event. Look for more copies of Gold Mythic Peacekeeper when using Peace tokens to open the Peacekeeper's Will. I will again say that the Peace Mission event is accessible. It is via a roadmap, so it's just going to be quite difficult by the looks of it. Peacekeepers contains every premier recruit found in Gold Mythic Recruits, plus an increased chance at Gold Mythic Peacekeeper with 40% appearance rates for a single copy of Peacekeeper and 1% appearance rate for 5 copies. Players can claim a free Peace token as a one-time offer during the event in the featured offers section of the web portal. This does mean that you are going to be able to get a 10% character from the Gold Mythic Will just from logging into the web portal and claiming that token, but you have a 16% chance of getting the brand new character Peacekeeper. Survivors Club members can also find a one-time claim of a Peace token in the Peacekeepers section of the shop in-game. So if you're an SC member, you just get a second token. Look for Peace tokens in offers in-game and on the web portal. Players can also find another copy of Peacekeeper in the Thirst for Vengeance premium web portal event. This is based on you spending on the web portal itself, where it gives you points for every dollar. It's generally, I think, normally 5 points for every dollar that you spend. And just jumping over to the premiere event information, it is confirmed here. You get 5 points for every $1 you spend on the web portal. If you spend $50, you will get a copy of Peacekeeper from the web portal. And if you spend $100, you'll get another Peace token. We'll get back to the Peacekeepers information here, and it says players can also get a chance to see what it's like to face Peacekeeper in the peacekeeping roadmap. They're using the word Peacekeeper, Peacekeepers, and peacekeeping. This is horrendous for me to read out. Be warned, Peacekeeper and his team will be very tough opponents. Look for a difficult challenge awaiting players on the final stage of each act of the peacekeeping roadmap. The peacekeeping roadmap will require a few fighters from 2 different allegiances and will reward Maddox, Madeline, Choice Silver Mythic tokens, XP trainers, and earpieces. Earpieces are used to progress the peace missions, which will reward Gold Mythic tokens and a copy of Gold Mythic Peacekeeper. And here is the information on the wheel. It says Peacekeepers, 1 peace token equals 1 open. 1 copy of Gold Mythic Peacekeeper is guaranteed at 10 opens, limited to 1. So you get 1 guaranteed. You get 1 for, I think it's $50 on the web portal. You also get 1 from the roadmap. It looks like the accessibility is not too terrible here if you're a spender. And if you're not spending, you could potentially still get your hands on a copy if you complete that roadmap. And then if you wanted to just light spend on the web portal, you could get him up to grade 5. If we just scroll through the information, you can see all the other gold mythics are in here. 1% chance though at 5 Peacekeepers. You have a 14% chance at Gold Mythic Peacekeeper, so 15% overall. And then you also have the other characters like Mr. Jones, Claudio, Priya, and every character that has been a premier character or seen as a premier character. This is a good way for you to see which ones are the ones that are going to be in a 10% half of the Gold Mythic will as well, because some people do get confused on that. Every character is 2.29%, and it goes all the way back to, I believe, it's going to be Ezekiel most likely, as the original released promo, and it's 2.2973%. I guess that's going to all add up to a grand total of 100% chance of getting one of these characters. Then we have the Peace Mission event, and you have to collect these 5 earpieces, and this is how you can get your free-to-play version of Gold Mythic Peacekeeper. While it is free-to-play, I have no doubts this is going to be very difficult. It is via a roadmap, and it will give you a chance to potentially practice against, teams with Peacekeeper in. You can rerun the stage, hopefully, over and over again, just to get some practice in. I actually like this a lot just for that fact. But the fact they're giving out a copy of the character as well as a reward is actually pretty cool. I like that quite a lot. We'll go over the peacekeeping roadmap now, and you can see that if you complete Act 1, you have to take 3 Atlanta or 3 Savior Allegiance characters into this fight. You get an earpiece if you complete the entire act, and that's one of the earpieces you're going to get towards the rewards. It doesn't say whether you have to complete Act 1 to go on to Act 2. Hopefully you can just freely go to whatever act you want, because there are obviously going to be some people who don't have as many Atlanta or Savior characters, but they might have more characters of the next act, which is Survivors or Whisperers. As you can see, 3 Survivors or 3 Whisperers, and then you get an earpiece. I'm not sure if you can mix it up. Can you have 2 Survivors and 1 Whisperer? We'll have to wait and see. And you're going to get an earpiece for that act. The next act is Skybound X or Rebels. And again, you're going to get an earpiece here. And the 4th act is going to be Kingdom or Road to Survival. This is actually going to be one of the hardest ones, in my opinion, because Kingdom and Road to Survival are generally very defensive ones. Very defensive allegiances. I mean, I know you've got Zachary within Kingdom. Road to Survival, though, is generally like, the likes of Barker and I guess Mirabelle. There are going to be some characters that you can take, but it'll be a bit harder to decide here. And then the last act is New World Order or Holiday Heroes. And again, you get your last earpiece here. If you complete every single act, you'll get 1 copy of Peacekeeper. And then if you only complete like individual acts, you'll just be getting 10,000 Gold Mythic tokens for the individual acts you complete. Because 1 earpiece gives you 10,000 Gold Mythic tokens, but 5 earpieces gets you all of those Gold Mythic tokens plus that copy of the character. So that's just a look at the event, and I kind of have mixed feelings overall about this. I'm no doubt going to be speaking about this a lot on my stream because people are going to be talking about it a lot. But this character is going to be very, very problematic within the game, I feel. And there is a chance now that everybody's going to have it. Now, while it sounds good in a way, it's a defense team character. So obviously it's going to slow things down drastically. Really hard to start attacking. Now, I know getting it into a lot of people's hands is going to be nice. It's going to be nice to have a new character. But it kind of going to remind me of like Eric in the 6-star era or Jesus in the S-class era, where a lot of people, like the majority of the game, got a really good defensive team character, but it made attacking just like crazy difficult. But I think if you compare Peacekeeper to Jesus or Eric, I think he's probably better than both of them, honestly. He's probably better than both of them just because... Well, if you've seen his kit, you know why. His control levels are crazy. His resist levels, his kill potential's mad. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be interesting seeing Peacekeepers on every single team. Even if it's just grade 4s, it's still going to be really high HP Peacekeepers because of that damn passive that he has, where he gets like 80% extra HP. So, yeah, and behind like a Tara lead, oh my goodness. But do give me your thoughts on this event, guys. Do you like the fact that they're doing these roadmaps where they actually put the premier characters, especially when the defensive ones, into a roadmap that's going to be difficult? Give you some practice time before war. I always thought that going into war as the first real time you're actually going to come up against the latest and greatest is one of the worst situations you can find, because you're having to switch things up in the middle of a war. That's not a good feeling. So I think this is great. Hopefully this continues on defense team characters that they bring out. And then I hope that in the future, when they bring out attack team characters, they let you take it as like a support character against the hard roadmap. Not against walkers, against the actual hard roadmap, just to show you how influential they can be and that sort of thing. Although we do get them in draft. We do get attack team characters in draft, which is generally a good place to test things out as well. But like I say, leave your thoughts in the comments down below about this event. about Peacekeeper in general if you want to. I want to thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.